Hello. It's April 27th, 2:36 p.m. 2015. I lost track of what episode I'm on, so this is gonna be brought into episode 5. Fuck everything else, that's just bullshit in between, those are the previews. Like the common theme with all my other many things is that myself is the feeling of shit for shit is me. I hate that fucking school, and I hate it greatly. What a great poem. I like to call it a haiku, because with haikus I can say, no, fuck me. Yes, fuck you. Like what, 4 or 5 for no, fuck me. Yes, fuck you. Whatever. I'm in a state of aggression against my ultimate oppressor. And I have to strike with the ferocity of a running rover, because to not be a rover means I am but a simple man, and simple men do not simply strike at that which crushes them. Simple men allow themselves to be crushed by that which rules them. Simple man has no identifiability, because simple man is crushed by the conforming principles of the social average. But it is only because I say it that what I say is untrue. What I say is untrue because I say it, and I have no stance. I am nothing. I care not for grades. I toss its importance to the fucking wind and flush it on the goddamn toilet. So therefore my words mean nothing. They mean less than a fucking plumber who got a B in English. What else can I say? What other shocking things can I say? You know water? I hate water because it keeps the shitty people alive. Am I shitty? I think I might be shitty, so it's keeping me alive as well. In the face of overwhelming criticism, what happens to me? I shrink away because fuck these people, they suck, and I'm not going to convince them, because their minds are made up before they even heard of me. Their minds are made up on my positions before they even heard of me. I have many words, many ideas, many ideologies, many positions, and many philosophies, and if I presented them to anybody, they'd already be agreed to go against them before I said a damn thing. And that is not because I am wrong, that's because they do not want anyone else to be right. They themselves are right. People in my school have somehow, during the 18 to 17 to 14 to 16 to 7, many years through the years of their life, have managed to turn into the same carbon copy of each other with slight variations that make it so they fit perfectly into their supposed archetype. People in my school are just, majority of people in my school, not all of them, are just really homegrown to replace the adult and aging versions of themselves. They are simply a succession of the continuous stereotype that their archetype imposes. White kid becoming white man, black kid becoming black man, Spanish kid becoming Spanish man, Asian kid becoming Asian man, white woman becoming white man, woman, white kid becoming white woman, you know what I mean, all that stuff. There is no originality among these groups, there's no variation. They are but the carbon copies of their predecessors. They're not their parents, but they are their kind. There's rarely an original personality to meet in the school. There was always that kid that can be defined. My school might as well be the fucking play, and each kid their movie characters. Each kid a character. Oh, he's that kid, yeah. The loser kid, the nerd kid, the jock kid. The radical kid, the rebel kid, the smart kid, the fucking nerdy kid, the loser kid, the geek kid. I'm going over myself again. The suck-up kid, the kid who's a slutty kid. All those, there's always ways to fit people in and label them. And unfortunately, many people abide by these labels given to them. They are these labels. What would my label be? The depressed kid, the loser kid, the rebellious kid, I'm the own kid, I'm the individual kid. And that's what I say of myself, but that's because I'm conscious enough to say it. You're given a label, you believe you fit in the label, you will follow that label to a goddamn T. My dog is a dog because I call him my dog. I treat him like a dog and I feed him like a fucking dog. So now he's my dog. Petey will forever be my dog as long as he allows himself to be my dog. A nerd will forever be a nerd until he doesn't allow himself, or until he allows himself to not be a nerd, a loser, a jock, blah, 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 blah. And it is when they do that, where using my newfound Schopenhauer knowledge, the will, so to say, violates the structure of society. For example, a nerd will always be a nerd unless he chooses not to be a nerd. Or until, he chooses not to be a nerd, not because there's anything nerdy about him, but because he's been defined as a nerd and he takes this definition that's enforced upon him as what his societal status is. And it takes a will to life, or whatever, as Schopenhauer said, to go against this structure, to violate the structure of the society which oppresses you, and claim, I am no nerd, I am simply an individual. Nothing I have can fit into your petty labels. So I am the individual, and that's how you do it. You have to will yourself from the structure of a society that wishes to keep you in place. The slave morality. Do you wish to be a member of the herd, or do you wish to be your own, the Übermensch? See, I'm putting my philosophies to use. They both happen to be German and are very associated with each other. So that's that. And my school is composed of the slave morality. They are composed, the majority that I've met and have experienced with are the slave morality. They fit into their own archetypes. They're nothing to me. Not until they show any self-consciousness. The way they all talk. It's not even a xenophobic thing, not a racist thing. From white kids to black, it doesn't fucking matter. I don't judge people based on race. I judge people based on their character. I judge people based on their ignorance. If I was to ever segregate, I would not do it based on perception or based on, what's the A word? If I was to segregate, I would not do it based on aesthetics. I would do it based on intellect. What's up there? I would only treat the ignorant, the ignorant worse than the smart, and blah 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 blah. I provide options, reasonable options, for the ignorant to graduate from their position, become an individual, and enter into the realm of the intelligent. But if they refuse it, then they will suffer the consequences of being ignorant, and they're not killed. That's stupid. That's an ignorant choice. But blah 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 blah. Hate my school. So what brings apart my... Okay, see this now? This is what Schopenhauer was saying. I feel like shit now, but it is now when I feel like shit that I'm the most snapped out of the fantasies of reality, and can greet the real world with a intellect that desires to cure his suffering. I suffer now, whether from tiredness, from being... No, probably not from tiredness. I am tired, but I'm only tired because I'm sick of the world. I hate where I have to go. I hate the people I am surrounded by. And so, being sick of them, being in a state of suffering, I'm snapped out of the casual fantasies of a happy person. You know, I'm never happy there. Of a person who is feeling slightly not so bad. A person who is suffering a bit less, and a person who is now suffering more. And due to my additional suffering, I am now seeking to pursue new options. I am now conscious of the world around me. I am now pushing forward a new form of intellect ideology. It's not really too new. Pretty much I've become less original through reading the books, but I'm now pushing forward and borrowing from what I've read and the knowledge I have, the intuition I have, all the ideologies and intellect I have, and I'm putting them to use to fix my suffering, so that I can maybe fix the suffering, advance myself, and become happy. But then I become happy, and then once again become ignorant of the world and be placed into a fantasy. So I need to forever pursue happiness, but I can never reach it. And that is something I've written down, and something I've came up with, and something I've said long before I read Schopenhauer. I said that back in, September? Maybe middle of summer? Before I read Schopenhauer. That's the one bad thing about reading books. You lose your originality. You adopt others' ideas, but you find that you're not as original as you thought. A person who is entirely ignorant of humanity and everything they have accomplished will believe themselves to be the grand master when they discover how to fucking shit in a bucket, or when they discover electricity, because they will believe it to be all their inventions, which they will have come to it on their own, which makes them smart in themselves, but they will be nothing fantastic to those who have already gotten these things long ago, because they were created by someone long ago. Now, does credit for an action depend on who did it first, or on who society believes did it first? And who society feels is just and due for the credit. Is that fun to listen to? Listen to my stoic preachings and my That's fine. That's fine. Fine. College. Sorry, I'm talking to Owen. What's that? What thought can cripple reality? Is that what I said? I think I have a good repertoire of quotes. Now, it is days like today, which I will not outline because nothing specific happened to have me outline it. But I have a lot of good quotes, and it's today's like today that make me doubt myself. I mean, doubt I'm right. I know I'm right, but it makes me doubt my knowledge. I know I'm right. I know everything good about myself. I know I'm fantastic and blah 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 blah. Blah. But there's days where I feel like shit and I'm surrounded where I doubt myself. And I've learned in the past so many times that I've proved this to myself. But the doubts still come up and they still arise. Okay, now let's take a second back and become self-conscious like I said. Did I sound like a prick during that whole 13-minute rant, or like 10-minute rant? Did I sound like an asshole? Did I sound like a narcissist? Did I sound like a guy who believes he's right? I don't want to sound like I believe I'm right. I want to sound like I think I'm right and I'm just putting forward new ideas. But I don't want to sound like an asshole. I don't want to be one of those guys who are going to be labeled as uppity with their nose in the air, saying, oh, look how smart they think they are. Oh, what a fucking intellect they think they have. Because those are said by people that generally just don't know how to respond to someone smart. And that's what someone smart would say to someone who said that, and then they have a disagreement. See, there's always people who oppose people. I mean nothing bad by what I say. Nothing I said against people in my school is permanent. It's just as they are now, that's what I think of them. Someone will still, though, argue or attack me, not argue with me, they'll attack me, saying, oh, look at this loser, he thinks he's so smart. See, there's always those people out there. Those people. And those are people that provide no constructive good to the world. They provide nothing for the world. They seek to crush that which will possibly reign above themselves. And that's the argument for them, but they've planned that argument because they've heard it. That argument to them is just, oh, look at you and your elitist self. Bet you get 10 servings of cake while we get a piece of carrot. Sorry. I said that because on the Reddit page I'm on, there's a thing titled Gold Carrot Cake. Not a carrot cake. It actually is a carrot cake, but yeah, okay. If I can shit on myself, I would. But yeah, I doubt myself. But you know what stops me from doubting myself? You know what's going to fix my problems? Leaving school. Oh, God. You know how good that would feel? I mean, just the thought entered in my head. I have a whole day. I can achieve so much more in a whole day. When I'm out of school, if it was my job, if my life depended on me getting work done, like reading a book, learning about it, I would do it so enjoyably. If I got paid for writing, I would write so much. I would enjoy writing as long as I didn't have school. I would read Schopenhauer. Oh my God, I'm fucking itching at the thought. I want to live in my poverty apartment because that's the perfect place for writing. Yes, it is. I need to finish my book, save up money, get a second job, go to an internship, blah, blah. And somewhere by the end of the summer when I have enough money, hopefully, I'll move into my own apartment in fucking Bridgeport. Rent is like $700 a month. It's so shitty, no internet. And I just go on my computer and I'm a fucking writer because my thoughts can nurture themselves. I live in an atmosphere of my own. I mean, I'll be corrupted by the job, but at home I'll live in an atmosphere of my own. It'll be so run down and shitty. I will have the ideal atmosphere. If I want ideas, I can walk out, not into a sea of the conventional boring, not into see the brainwashed middle class who surrounds me. I can walk out into poverty, into interesting and fucking I can talk to homeless people. I mean, I'm excited by poverty. I'm excited to be poor. Only for a year though. I mean, being permanently poor sucks. But I'm excited for the experience of being poor. Like I said, only temporary though. I'm excited for it. So this 1 year off, I get to be poor, and I'm excited for being poor. I haven't been piss poor before, and it makes life better, I believe. Only for the year. Longer than a year, and you get trapped into the rut. You slowly decay. I know the meaning of life today. A couple years from now in poverty, I won't even know what my fucking name is. I will be man in blue, the janitor man. Oh look, it's the janitor. He's come to sweep up the mess with his mop. That's what I will become in a couple years. Because being poor, being treated like shit, being considered next to nothing, having to live the same redundant life over and over again, you will become empty in the head. Being poor is a good experience to know now. Living in the poverty, living next to neighbors who fuck all night loudly, living next to neighbors who just do drugs, whatever. I mean, I may be overgeneralizing the poor. I may be taking my my movies too seriously. But yeah, someone's at my door, but no one's answering the door. So I might have to go. I'm gonna go anyways, because I have nothing else to say. So, goodbye. I still feel like shit, though. But I get to look forward to being poor, being out of school, being looked at as nothing. I get the burn of the barrel, and I get to know that I'm right. I'm better than those opinions on me. I just have to make sure I've overcome them at some point. I can't let them aim the gun at me and pull the trigger. I want to know the feeling of having the gun aimed at me, but I want them to shoot me. It'd be bad. Maybe if that happens, I'd have to, well, between the time of the bullet coming towards me before it hits me, in this time period, I have to write everything as possible down, and then smile and wait for the bullet to hit me. I gotta go. Bye.